There needs to be rules for straight women to enter the gay bar. And you need to follow those rules. And the main rule is definitely no wooing.
Not at a cool gay bar. This is not West Hollywood.
Not even in any, it's like, we're going to write a code of conduct. But it's literally like,
no
girls.
Yeah.
There are certain ways that you need to conduct yourself in a gay space. This is the one space where we get to feel like ourselves, where we can let our hair down, and where we get to do whatever we want because we feel safe. And if we allow you into this space to have fun and for you to like come join in the festivities. Yeah. But then you also have to be aware that you are entering someone's home. Greg? I thought this was a duet. Oh, so you're just going to sing all the parts? Those are not the right sounds. Can you hear me? BONK. Welcome to Miss Thing.
I'm Greg.
And I'm Tim. And this is a podcast that celebrates and appreciates the Miss Things of the past, present, and future.
Yeah, in every episode, we take a key moment from our Miss Thing's storied career and do what you and I are most skilled at, which is make it all about us.
Yes.
We are hit with humidity today. You, of course, have not been outside.
Oh, well, this is something we need to talk about.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, you're going to need to get me right away because if you don't get me, I am going to fully sweat before we start the podcast. I'm going to schwitz.
I was a good co-host, and as soon as you texted me that you were here, I ran out, and I kind of ran out too quickly because as I'm running out, I see what I thought was you because there was someone huddling behind the dumpster, which you have been known to do to block the sunlight.
Right, because there is no shade anywhere.
And so I look and I'm like, wait, I can't find him anymore. And then you come out of your car and I'm like, oh, there he is. And then I realized what I thought was you huddling behind a dumpster was actually just a pile of trash.
Not even a person, but a pile of trash. I can see how you could maybe mistake this thing for like my shirt, but it was at the top of the heap was one of those like children's plastic vehicles that like toddlers.
It was like a bright like blue. It was kind of like the color of my shirt. Again, if you're not watching on YouTube, you're only getting 1/3 to 1/4
to a quarter of the story. Yeah, 1/4. That's an interesting fraction.
Well,
but
that is a quarter.
We like to like to do things differently on this podcast.
And I was like, oh, Greg's wearing a bright colored shirt, you know, and then in looking back at it, I was like, oh, actually, it's just a children's like toy that has been rode hard and put away wet.
Yeah, exactly. So that's sort of how my podcast co-host sees me.
Yeah. Well, I was excited to see you too. You know, no matter what you look like, even if you look like a pile of trash, I was excited to see you. So, you know.
Hey, I dare say I could get some pointers from that pile of trash right now.
Have you watched the premiere of House of the Dragon?
Oh my God, fabulous television series. Yeah, I finished it last night.
Same. I literally am so... I mean, again, this is something that we do need to talk about on the pod, which is, even though you do say that it's gay, but I do think it's the straightest thing I watch.
Oh, that House of the Dragon? Yeah. Not anymore, sweetheart. It's the tables are turning.
I mean,
because
I don't really
it's
know
two
that many
strong
gay guys
female characters.
Yeah,
right.
But there is a lot of like, you know, action and war and blood and guts.
Right, and I think like with Game of Thrones, you were getting a lot of nudity and like with the occasional penis, which I think makes it actually like quite gay. Like because like gay guys do like to watch. Yeah,
we were getting Jon Snow's butt on the reg.
Right,
we were getting like Richard Madden, like, so we're not really getting a lot of nudity in this,
but maybe this one has kind of a feminist bent in the sense that there is like, at least in the last episode, the most recent episode, there wasn't much nudity. There was like one girl with like a half a boob, but I do think, to me, I think House of the Dragon is gay because it does center two strong female leads.
You know what I found out, which is shocking? So Olivia Cooke, the redheaded queen,
is about 10 years younger than the sons.
No, not even, Greg. She is 32, and her oldest son in the show is 31.
Right.
There is a 1 year difference between her son and her in that show.
That's what I was saying to my husband. I was like, I adore Olivia Cooke. I think she's a fabulous actress. I think she's wonderful. I think she's great in the show. But I was like, her sons do look like many years older than her.
That is how you start a premiere of a season.
Oh my! Well, that was the main gripe last season, though, is that they were like pushing you towards war, and then you didn't get it.
Yeah.
I thought last season was far superior to the first.
I'm liking all of them.
Well, okay, no, I agree.
But I know what you mean. But I'm still like this. After what we endured in the last season of Game of Thrones, anything is better.
Yeah, well, I think the issue with the first season was the time jump. Like, we spent half the season with actors who ended up not being like the main actors.
I think that the girl who plays Supergirl was amazing as the lead, Millie Alicent or something. Alicent is her character name.
Alicent, speaking. Well, Alicent is Olivia Cooke's character, but Alicent is so like the cunty like version of Allison. Like, I'm obsessed with that, and it's kind of like Maleficent adjacent. But it's like I like gag for the name Alicent.
I actually have never thought about that, and you're so right. Wow. Anyways, you got to be watching. It's like, it's one of those things where I didn't think I'd be out here talking about House of the Dragon, but then I watched it and I was literally like, okay, wait, I'm excited for a summer show.
Right. Well, it's going ahead and being appointment television right off the bat, which is what TV needs to be.
And I have an assignment for you. Not that you're going to take it because I never take your assignments. I actually think you will, because you're better at taking assignments. Much better. You are, which is, I'm calling myself out. Yeah. But Gilded Age comes back in the fall, which has been your stump speech, which is you think it's not a summer show.
Right.
You want it to be cold. And guess what, Greg? You're getting your wish. Yeah. So if you do not watch this latest, if you don't catch up so that you can watch.
I need to watch all of it.
That's what I'm saying, but it doesn't start until October.
Okay. That seems like a great month for Gilded Age. It will still be warm in LA.
But it will October to December. So it's like perfect, exactly what you want probably.
Yeah, and I'll probably actually start watching when the new season is coming out. So then I'll build up. But 3 seasons, that's going to actually take me a long time. You know how I can be.
I mean, I know. You're still on like episode 4 of the morning show. Well, you gave up.
No. Oh, well, did we talk about it on the podcast?
I think we did.
Well, I did. I gave it the college try. And I got through season 1, and I got through, I think, how many episodes are in a season? 10?
10.
I got through, I think, 7 of season 2. And I was just, no offense to anyone who loves it, I was suffering through this television show, thinking that it was going to get better.
Yeah.
And like that it had to get better. And
it does get better. And that's our lesson to everyone this Pride Month. Unfortunately, the morning show gets better.
Well, no. I that compares. I actually can't live my life like knowing what I know about the morning show and correlating that to the phrase "it gets better," because, guys, if that's the case, no. And Gennifer Aniston, love her to pieces.
Yeah. We do. We love her to pieces. Just like I love this next segment to pieces.
Of course. Yeah. And that segment is Dod Mom Sauce, a.k.a. Doll of the Day, Mother of the Moment, Sister of the Second. Our first
and most famous
segment where we take a person, place, or thing that we are currently super obsessed with. And I'm going to go ahead and go first.
Please.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that my Dod Mom Sauce this week is the famous, fabulous city of Palm Springs. I have not been to Palm Springs in quite some time. I feel like I've just been going to like Joshua Tree or like going around.
And were you actually in this, where you weren't in Cathedral
No, I
City?
Was in the city of Palm Springs.
That's just a famous thing. People, if you're not from LA, a lot of people say they go to Palm Springs, but they actually go to like the city right next to Palm Springs.
Yeah, or in your case, other desert cities.
100%.
It was a perfect like 85 to 90 degrees. You could be outside during the day.
Wow.
It was half pool time at home, half like the group I was with. It was Tyler. He listens to the podcast. Hello,
Tyler.
He was turning 40. So it was like a group of and people were rotating like in and out of the house too. They had the house for the week, and like people were coming and going. It was just fabulous.
So fun.
We did we did a thing called the Dragonfly Tour, which was like nothing I would ever normally do, but it was like a drag queen hosted like tour bus with a glass side. So they drove you all around town, and then they like took you to different like homes, like famous estates and stuff, and different places like in Palm Springs. And like told you about the history, but also like was doing drag numbers.
Of course. Is there a lot of history in Palm Springs?
There was a shocking amount of history, and there were a lot of like they were making it seem like so fabulous, which it like really was at one point and kind of is again, but it was like completely destitute for a while. Yeah. Like they'll take you to like Frank Sinatra's home, and it's amazing. And then they're like, okay, and now watch this video, and you like look out the glass and you see it's like completely destitute. Everywhere around that. But it was also so funny because like the drag queen was like a little on the older end, and like she'd be like, they'd be talking about like Liz Taylor and like Rock Hudson and all these people, and then she'd be like, and then this was donated by the fabulous Destina Valajuna, and you're like, and she's like, absolutely fabulous, and you're like, okay, and it's like Gertrude Mathertrude. You could probably like take for this one, you could like probably scratch that one out. They were like filling it with like some of the I guess people who were famous in like the 50s. But yeah, it was great. It had a great meal at Workshop. Of course you know what that is.
This is the thing. Sometimes I feel like a fraud of Palm Springs because I don't famously like to leave the house when I'm at Palm Springs.
Me neither.
And then if I do, it's like I'm going to Hunter's.
Right.
You know? Or I'm going to the Broadway theater one? Gay bar?
I think Quads.
Yeah, like I know those, but like every time it's like so many. Listen, this is a PSA to all the straight people in my life.
Right.
When you're talking to a gay guy about Palm Springs.
Right. This is our territory.
Yeah, exactly. You think because we've been there that we have recommendations for you.
Right.
We don't.
Yeah.
We go to Palm Springs for different things.
Yeah.
I cannot recommend what you should do there because what I do is not what you're gonna do.
Right. You're going with your bachelorette party, no offense, and you're like they're opening a whole lot of places.
Yeah. And I don't want you to go to Hunter's. I'm sorry. No. I don't want you to go to these gay bars. Yes. So it's like literally do the research. I mean this with love.
Yes.
Come to Palm Springs. Don't ask your gay friend.
Right. And for the love of God, don't even play music outside. Do not play music outside. You will be arrested.
And don't you dare think about wooing in a public space.
Don't woo.
Oh my God, I have to tell you about this. On Friday, I was at a gay bar. There was
The only time you ever go out is when I leave town.
Exactly.
Okay.
We were there. There's two women come into the gay bar. One girl drunk as a skunk.
Okay.
I'm surprised that, I'm sure you even heard this in Palm Springs. This girl wooed so loud for so long, Greg, that every single, and this is not an exaggeration, every single one in a packed Friday night act bar got silent. And everyone looked at her and was like, we do not like you. She was completely oblivious.
Right.
I'm not kidding you. It was 10 seconds long, which is a very long time to do.
Yeah.
Everyone looks at her, gets silent. She does it again for a really long time. I am not kidding you. The bouncer and the bartender left from behind the bar to come to this woman and then said, like, you're going to get kicked out. You need to stop. All these gays turned on her. The people that I was with started being like, you need to, and I was like, so like, time stood still. And I remember being like, yes, like you do need to be told that you cannot do this in a public space.
Yeah.
But then it became a thing where I was so scared. I was like, these people are about to rip this woman limb from limb. I actually felt, listen, she was in the wrong. Yeah. But then when it was like, then gays like a couple minutes later would be like, what you did was unacceptable. They kept doing all these different things for a couple minutes. And I was literally like, oh my, you should leave because you're not safe, honey.
No, I feel like girls get away with a lot in a gay space. And that's you're totally welcome.
Yeah.
You're totally welcome. But there does come a point, and like gays tolerate a lot in their space.
Yeah.
They tolerate a lot in their space, but sometimes you have the misfortune of doing, like, being the one person that is just simply a little bit too annoying. And then, like, everything that every gay person has ever put up with in their life is like, no, you become like the punching bag, like the metaphorical punching bag, because gays do not get violent.
Well,
except
it's like
for occasionally with their own in West Hollywood.
100%.
Yeah,
but it's like this is our safe space,
right?
And so it's like there needs to be rules for straight women to enter the gay bar, and you need to follow those rules. And the main rule is definitely no wooing.
Not at a cool gay bar. This is not West Hollywood.
Not even in any. It's like we're gonna write a code of conduct, but it's literally like
no
girls.
Yeah.
There are certain ways that you need to conduct yourself in a gay space. This is the one space where we get to feel like ourselves, where we can let our hair down, and where we get to do whatever we want because we feel safe. And if we allow you into this space to have fun, and for you to like come join in the festivities. Yeah. But then you also have to be aware that you are entering someone's home.
Right.
And when you enter someone's home, you gotta follow the rules.
Exactly. We gotta keep our sound. Yes, the music is loud, but that does not. You cannot be louder than the music, including in conversation.
Yeah.
At a gay bar, you're not supposed to be able to hear the person you're having a conversation
and
with.
Also, just because we're gay doesn't mean you get to put your arms around us.
Do not try and kiss us.
Yeah.
Do not think that you can turn us. It's not going to work.
You don't need to call us queen.
No.
You don't need to endear yourself by saying some of our catchphrases to you.
Yeah.
You could just say hello.
Whatever happened to hi? How are you? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
No, I didn't go to Arenas, but in Palm Springs, I went to one bar like on my last day, and it was like an outdoor sort of like bear bar. It was kind of like the Eagle, but it wasn't, but it was off the main strip. And, I was sort of the youngest person there by like 20 years, and I was like feeling really good about that, but I was almost as invisible in LA there.
Well, so because you were too young. Because you were too young.
Too old in LA, too young in Palm Springs. But
that the Greg Trimmer story.
But I was thinking, though, maybe it is because it's like they're older. The glaucoma center of America.
Yeah. You're bringing something up to me, which I need to talk about, which is like, I'm always too scared to go on Scruff.
Oh.
Scruff is a gay app for the people who don't know. I mean, the gays know, but it's like it's more so for bears and for hairier people.
Doesn't seem like a space that you thrive in.
I don't feel like I would be welcome.
Sure. And you're the woo girl in the Scruff.
Well, I've been talking to gays being like, okay, well, I'm attracted to men who have hair. So, but I feel like maybe it's not the app for me because I am naturally, people think I like shave my body and I'm literally like, no, I just don't have a lot of hair.
No, I just look prepubescent.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't hit puberty yet. And so I'm like, would I be the woo girl on Scruff?
Yeah.
And I'm like, would I be accepted? I don't feel like I would. And people are saying that like, no, we accept everyone on the app. And I'm like, really? I feel like this is for hairy people. And for me to come on, I feel like they'd be like, no, sir, go to Grindr.
Well, it's almost like you're like the comedy, you're like the funny person in a drama writer's room.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like they need you and you would stick out there. So like there is when everyone on that app and like no offense because like gay people, we're not a monolith and like we do have like there's a very like vibrant LGBTQ plus community, but every gay on that app I can guarantee you looks exactly the same. So you definitely probably would stand out. And I think probably that's not in a good key.
Is it in a good way or a bad way?
But
Gennifer's just way in. Should Tim get on Scruff? Would I be accepted?
Yeah, you would be a little woo girl, but there is like
that's
the
what I've been
woo
told.
girl
They said that
just
a hairy person might want a hairless person.
Exactly.
But then I'm like, that doesn't feel like the app to do it. It's like I don't know if I'm being the girl entering the gay space.
I think that's important for you to like be aware of how you enter a space and sort of the energy and physicality you bring to the space.
Yeah. And that physicality just happens to be, I don't have a lot of hair.
Yeah. Looking like a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah. I really did think that once I hit my 30s, like I would have the ability to grow a beard.
Sprout a hair. Yeah.
Nope.
Well, that reminds me so much of like when I was a kid and I had to wear, well, not a kid. I was like a sophomore in high school and I was in this play Children of Eden and I was playing Adam and I needed to wear like a tank top. I was still so chubby and I was like hairless, which I don't know what happened to me, but like I had to wear a tank top and I was so self-conscious because like when I lifted my arm, one arm had more armpit hair and one like didn't have any. So I was I thought people were going to think I was a total freak. Let alone the fact that I just like had like tits.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone, of course, was looking at.
That's such a like relatable thing. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And also you're making me think of when it's like, I still to this day, again, as someone who's not that hairy, it's like I have hair in my armpits, but I'm always like I feel like everyone else has like the hairiest armpit.
Right, of course.
So I'm like literally low key embarrassed to like lift my arm sometimes because I'm like, okay, my tuft is gonna be so much smaller than your tuft.
Right.
You know? And it's like some people, I don't really care. There are people who love armpit hair.
Sure.
And power to you.
No, not gonna yuck your yum here.
I want you to be like, oh wow, look at that huge tuft of armpit hair.
Right,
and I'm like, whatever the gods just wanted me to be like, sir, you only get 100.
Yeah, and 75 of them are on the one arm.
Yeah.
You got like you're like 3/4 here, 1/4 there. No, you go to Turkey to get like actually just hair put in your armpits to like sort of even out your armpit hairline.
Yeah, I literally should.
That's why you're not allowed on Scruff. It's not that like your face, your visual, it's your armpit.
It's like I have that like a very weird fear of like I'll lift my arm and they'll be like where's all the hair?
It's Tom Holland doing pit work on the cover of GQ or whatever.
Okay, by the way, I felt so seen by that because I was like, you're doing the work for us who don't have a lot of hair.
Anyways, Tim, what's your Don Mom sauce?
Okay, you already know that this is my Don Mom sauce, but I have been waiting to bring it to the pod because I've now realized that I have an addiction.
Oh.
I cannot stop going to Salt and Straw to get their Taco Bell collaboration, which is the Taco Latte, which is basically a Choco Taco. Mm-hmm. And then you get these two Taco Bell sauces, like a mango jalapeno or like a blueberry cinnamon. Mm-hmm. Greg was there. We were at Out Loud Festival when I discovered this. There is video content of me discovering this in real time.
Saw this. Yeah, I saw it happen. Right out as we were waiting for Willa Ford to hit the stage in her big return.
There is me finding out about this collaboration and post.
Yeah.
I have gone like 3 or 4 times, Greg, since that moment.
My phone has not rang
Well,
once.
You didn't really seem to care.
No, of course I care, but I don't have that like Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, guys, this is not being sponsored, but also Taco Bell. Please, you are my white whale.
Of course.
I'm not even the biggest ice cream person.
Right.
But
that's where I actually, like, I'm more Taco Bell than I am ice cream, but I do love a Taco Bell.
I don't really like Taco Bell, or I mean, oh my God, what? I don't really like, I know.
We will bleep that and probably completely destroy the footage.
I meant to say I don't really love ice cream.
Right.
But I did grow up with a grandma who was addicted to Choco Tacos. So I have had many Choco Tacos in my life. I do have an affinity for them. And the idea of a Salt and Straw Choco Taco mixed with Taco Bell, there has never been a better collab. Yeah. I mean, like, again, we're not promoting this, but I am in the sense of like,
of course,
I literally cannot stop eating these. It is so good. Everyone, if you are in wherever you can get salt and straws, you should go. And I'm also a little bit mad at you and every single person in my life. Everyone knows how much I love Taco Bell.
Yeah.
And this came out, I Googled it last night. This came out in October. So I have been going without.
Sorry, I'm not on the Taco Bell beat like you are. As much as I love Taco Bell, you're the one that's like, first of all, Taco Bell, love you. Yeah. Why do you have products that come out for like one day at a time?
That's how they get you. That's how you live Moss. Okay?
Right.
Because they get you for that month and then you become addicted and then you're like, you gotta get it while supplies still last.
I don't know how much more Moss I can live. I'm living as moss as I possibly can.
Well, when we are sponsors, I'm manifesting it here in the pod.
We'll go every single day, try everything.
We would be the most live moss than as any other person in the world.
We'd be the mossest. We'd be the mossest.
We would do our collab with Ma. Yeah. We would dress as Ma
and live moss.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. No, fabulous. I would love to try this taco. Yeah. I can't get a bite in whenever I'm near you, and you're just it's actually scary to see.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to see me when I'm eating it. It's crunch,
disgusting. The slurping, it's just shocking.
And I think after that we gotta take a break.
Time for a break. We're back, and it's time for our Miss Thing of the Week.
I mean, we say mother a lot, but this is actually quite literally the definition of mother.
Yeah, you have seen the title of our episode. Mm-hmm. It is no mystery. Mm-hmm. Our Miss Thing is a major, I mean, truly, like mother, queen, what have you.
She started it all in the original way.
Exactly. And that is just a great way of introducing our Miss Thing of the Week. Madonna. Hello.
I mean, queen. The queen of pop.
Where do you start? I'm the blueprint. Madonna is quite literally the person.
She made it possible for everyone after her.
Exactly. I mean, she is the pop star that created modern pop stardom.
Yeah.
She has created like the touring situation that we see with all of the pop girls. Like everyone will reference Madonna and what she has done at one point or all the different points in her career. I mean, let's be honest, Lady Gaga is probably the heir apparent.
Yeah.
But Madonna is just the icon.
It's like she is, when I think of her, I think of like just the like ferocity of her. She also defined eras. Like she really, like I know like now we associate that with Taylor because it's this last album, but it's like Madonna really was she reinvented herself
every time.
So many times. She like always knew like where to go and try new things and like was just like bold and fearless and like just confident as AF.
Exactly. It was she's a boundary pusher, and Madonna has it's the tenacity. Like I feel, and we've seen it before and we'll see it again, but like Madonna was born to succeed.
Yeah.
Like she has just an intensity and a need to succeed. And like, yes, she is such an original. She is, but she is also such a tastemaker and a trendsetter. She's always been around like the hippest, like the cutting edge. I mean, Madonna lived that New York fantasy and like helped create that New York fantasy that you all romanticize now. She hung out with Basquiat. She hung out with Andy Warhol. Like she was right there. And like with Vogue, for example, she did not invent that. That came from ballroom culture. But Madonna was genuinely a part of that and genuinely
she elevated. There's a lot of discourse too because like sometimes every pop star can maybe steal too much from a community.
Yes.
But at the same time, you could make the argument that she also made queer stuff more mainstream.
She made it mainstream.
Yeah, and like there's something to be said about that, which like does help push the ball that much further up towards acceptance for so many different, like not just the gay community, but like for women, for all these like people. Like I feel when I think of Madonna too, she came up in a time where like to be a woman and succeed at the level that she succeeded at was so much harder than it is for like Sabrina Carpenter today.
Right.
It's like she has made it so much easier for everyone after her because she had to like force her way in, and she's just like this ball of fire who like I think it was like she was just born with this innate talent but ambition,
a fire
that literally
her blonde ambition.
Exactly that like we get to be the benefits of. Like every pop star that you are a fan of today, like they would not exist. Like record executives and these deals would not have happened. Britney Spears, like Britney's idol is Madonna, and she would not have like existed in the way that she existed if it were not for Madonna.
Exactly. And there are so many different types of pop stars now, and they can be like songwriters, they can be like sexy, they can be dancers, they can be singers, whatever, but Madonna has worn all of those hats, put the hat on, built the hat, put it on first, did the tour, did all of that. And now, like, everything feels almost like a regurgitation of, like, a path that this woman has paved and continues to pave. By the way, she's always been an incredibly controversial figure and boldly kept going and doing what she wanted, including now when people are like, she's too old to be doing what she's doing. I can't believe she's still doing this. People are always outraged by what Madonna does ever since the start, and she is continuing to do what she wants and be sexual and be like a partier as she ages.
I mean, the fact that like Madonna is coming out, why we're doing her, she's doing Confessions Part 2.
A sequel to arguably her greatest album.
If you ask any gay, that's the best album, I think, of hers. I mean, it's hard to pick, but I just think gays, we have a tender spot for Confessions on a Dance Floor.
So far into her career already, and she's just another reinvention for her to like go into this disco space. I believe she did that tour when she was in her 40s. Yeah, I know. Like, just dancing like crazy.
I think like every gay man has a moment with that album.
Oh my God. And then I finally started to see Madonna. I've gone to every tour since MDNA because I that's when I finally, like, I had money to start paying for the tickets. They're never cheap, but they're always worth it. Yeah. But one of my favorite things about Madonna, and one of the most like iconic things about her, is that she does not she turns off the AC at all of her concerts, like no matter what, like for her voice, I guess. Yeah. Wow. Even though, I think she sings all her songs, but you're like dancing and you're sweating so hard, but she also always goes on so late. The first time I saw her was at Yankee Stadium for MDNA, but then I went to her, I've even gone to the Madam X tour when she did like the small rooms, and she played the Wiltern here in LA, and like the dead of winter. It was a Sunday night. She did not go on until like 11:30. It was such a long show. Yeah. And we were all like, you were buckled into those seats that are so small. And we had our huge coats sweating in the Wiltern. Yeah. But God, it's always so worth it.
I feel like she does that too on purpose, because it's like fun to like, in this weird way, to like sweat in like a communal space is so like the vibe of Madonna. You know what I mean? Totally. It's like she's always wanting to like recreate a dance floor, and that euphoria you feel when you're just like moving your body so much that you're like actually getting a workout in. You get those endorphins up. It's like
hallucinating.
Exactly. But you're making me think of a question.
Oh, sure.
So every gay loves Confessions on a Dance Floor.
Iconic.
What is the best song off that album?
Oh my God, it changes so much for me. I've always been really partial to Jump. I love Jump. I think Hung Up is just such a great start. God, I love that whole album.
I know.
I'm gonna be super left field. I love Jump. I'm gonna say Isaac.
I knew you were going to say Isaac.
Why?
Because you famously made me a playlist. We do need to talk about it. So
we should put that on we're going to put that Madonna playlist up for the Gennifer shows.
Greg made me a playlist a couple years ago because I was very late. I know the Madonna hits, but I don't really know. It's such a long career, and there's so many songs. And so I was like, I need someone who's like a big Madonna fan to curate a list. So you made me a list. I still need to really go into it farther.
You do.
But it was a great list, and you put Isaac on there, and I know the list, and so I remember.
There's so much. I mean, that album is like a no skips, but that one I think is. I just love that one.
Yeah, yeah. I really love. I mean, it's like the second single probably, but Sorry.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I mean, that is. Every time it comes on, I'm going crazy.
Yeah. I also like Can We Get Together?
I know, so many.
That is a perfect album. Madonna has a lot of perfect albums, but Confessions, like, it's just all. I mean, why would you skip a song?
Okay, well, but then now my next question to you is, you're saying that she has all these perfect albums.
Yeah.
Of all of Madonna's albums, especially for someone who's maybe like newer to Madonna and they're trying to like get into her, what's one Madonna album that you could say that you could skip?
Ooh, that's sacrilegious. I would say Hard Candy is a full. Okay, you can skip that one.
And what year was that?
That I think was like 2008.
Okay, it was like right after Confessions.
Right after Confessions. Okay. I think you can skip that one. I don't know what else to say. I mean, the personal preference. Yeah. Personal preference. Yeah. This is really sacrilegious. So, like, people are going to be very, very mad at me. Yeah. I think I was a little too young. I've never been that into, like, a Virgin era. Which I know is really crazy to say.
Well, her voice also does sound different. Like, that's, to me, whenever I'm like, that album is like, she's so baby.
Yeah, but of course you can't skip that album. I think like people try to say you can skip American Life, and that is a mistake.
Okay.
I will say that much. But I mean, of all, like, God, there's so many good ones.
And then what do you think is the most essential one?
Most essential? Well, people probably say like a Virgin or her first one. That's not Confessions. Yeah. What's her most essential? I think her most essential in terms of maybe understanding how her depth as an artist is Ray of Light.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
And Ray of Light is not my favorite Madonna album, as much as it is a masterpiece. Yeah. But I think Ray of Light is so incredibly produced. Her music always has amazing production, but it also, I think, shows the like general public how much of an artist she is.
I agree, because I remember even being a young bebe when that came out, of like, that to me felt like Ray of Light she was already so far into her career. Yeah. And yet again, she was doing another evolution. Yeah. And it was like, this woman can't be stopped. Like, she's already not like the hot ingenue that people are just going to like because she's new to the scene. Right. I felt like it was just another confirmation after so many confirmations of like, she will never be stopped. She will always reinvent. It will always be good. And that to me felt like the moment where people were like, oh, like, she is here forever.
Well, she was in her depth era, her yoga era. Yeah. So she was being like so spiritual but it's the production. It's that William Orbit production. Ooh. I mean, the Frozen, The Power of Goodbye, Ray of Light. Yeah. Like it's just so there's such a nothing really matters. Like every song. Yeah. Is such a journey, and it's such a mature album. Yeah.
Okay, I think now it's time
It's time to make Madonna all about
ourselves. Yeah.
Tim, how do you make Madonna all about you?
Well, okay. How I make Madonna all about myself is I'm going to go just like right where you think I'm going to go. I'm thinking of Confessions. I'm thinking of Hung Up. When I think of the song Hung Up, I think of way back to little baby Tim, fresh out of college. Sure. His first job at CBS Network.
Yeah. Not the pharmacy.
Not the pharmacy. I had just interned there the summer before and had like the whole time I was there as an intern, and I think people can relate to this. Like when you have had I've had I had like summer jobs and whatnot in college, but like your first like full time, you're out of college, you have a job, you have this almost like fantasy. Like I had never been like a receptionist or like whatever. And all throughout the summer when I was the intern, I would see the assistants like pick up the phone, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And be like, you know, like, oh, I'm sorry, like, they're not here right now. Like, can I return the message? Like,
right, I've got Patrick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Any of those lines, and you're like, I want to say that. Like, I would fantasize and, like, practice of, like, and, like, when I was an intern, I was like, you know, like, if you guys ever, like, need someone to step in, if you're going to the bathroom, like, I would happily do that. But there's usually, like, in a department, there's, like, at least 3 assistants. So, like, they can always just cover for each other. So that never happened. But then I eventually got hired, and I was my first week, and I was so excited because I was like, oh, my God, like, I'm going to finally become, like, a real adult. And,
yeah, you were 22 at the time. Like,
I was
you got
22,
such a good job
literally
right out of school.
So baby. And I was like, I'm finally going to get my opportunity to do that. I feel like this is me becoming a man.
Right.
A gay man as the receptionist.
Of course.
Like, fulfilling
the role you were born to play.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was like, I remember it was like day 2. And I hadn't, again, young, naive, like just had fallen off the truck, where when I was the intern, everyone was like super nice and sweet to me. Mm-hmm. Then when I became the youngest assistant on the floor, I was starting to notice.
Until I showed up, right?
And yeah, sure.
I was fully the Madonna to your Gaga.
Yeah. You had just come back from celebrating your like 40th in Palm Springs like 12 years ago.
I came out of retirement.
Yeah. I was just noticing that like my first week, some of the like people were treating me a little bit differently, a little less friendly.
Right, because you're getting paid now.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, but then I was still so naive that I was like, maybe I'm just in my head. Mm-hmm. And so the person who was sitting across from me, I was like, I feel like she's being a little icy. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. And then I like remember the first couple days, like at lunch, there's a whole thing that happens in like this entertainment culture, which is like usually 2 of the assistants can go to lunch and 1 has to stay back to like cover the phones.
Yep.
And
because that's when everyone loves to call during lunch, because they don't actually want to like speak.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, I'm going to call when they're just not going to answer.
Get on their. Oh, I called you back.
Yeah.
But you don't know any of this when it's like day 4 of the job.
Right. And every call's important.
I was chomping at the bit to do this, but they were like, you know, because it was the first couple of days, they were letting me go to lunch. Then finally became my day to like stay behind. I had been like begging the person who sat across from me, who was in my department, to like teach me the ways. She was
teach you how to, as an assistant, teach you how to use the phone.
Exactly.
The hardest thing that
she
you have
was
to
not
learn.
doing it, and I really felt like I was like, I feel like she's like, I don't know, but I'm like, why is she not helping me?
Right.
As she goes to lunch, I'm like, okay, like, am I good? Like, what should I say when someone calls? And she was like, just get their info. You're fine. Like, you got this. No one's going to call. It's lunchtime. She goes to lunch. Literally, like, 7 minutes later, someone calls. I get so nervous. I'm like, oh my God, no one's here. Like, it's all on me. And I'm also covering, like, my boss wasn't the most important. And there was like, I was covering for her boss, who was the most important in the department. So I was like, I'm answering her phone.
Yeah, like they are watching. Yeah. This is make or break, do or die.
And all the executives were out too. So I knew that like I would like, oh my God, how am I going to like patch them through? I don't know.
But you like the president of the United States is going to call, and I'm going to have to like get them.
What is about to happen?
Oh God.
So I'm doing this, and literally, of course, it's not for my boss, but it's for the president or the like SVP, senior vice president of our department.
Sure.
So I was like, oh my God, this is like my boss's boss. I'm answering the phone. I pick up the phone. Who is it? It's JJ Abrams.
Oh.
JJ Abrams, which by the way, this
via
is like,
an assistant or just JJ?
Literally JJ Abrams, but I'm so like fresh off the truck, like I said, that like and it's also like this is 2012.
You're like J-A-Y, J-A-Y.
No, I knew who JJ, and it was like he was even bigger then because it was 2012, so it was like like Lost had just finished.
Cloverfield, my goodness, so many things. My God.
And so I obviously get so nervous for so many reasons.
Yeah.
And so what you're supposed to do is then like try your boss, but I had heard so many people say, I had just heard the comedy assistant say like 2 desks down, being like, I'm so sorry, like they're not available, like can I have them return? So I was like, I'm just gonna say that. So I was like, I'm so sorry, she's not available. Can I have them turn? And he's just like, yeah, sure. And then I hang up, Greg. I literally hang up. I do not get the phone number. I don't
on JJ Abrams.
On JJ Abrams. Like,
you don't get the phone number. Just as well, you would assume that someone has JJ's number.
I was so nervous. Like I was like, I just have to say it. But really, what I should have done, I did too. I didn't get the phone number, and I also didn't even try her. Like I didn't even be like, 1 second, let me see if I can get her. Because
no, you've done everything wrong in this situation.
I did everything wrong. And so then she comes back early before lunch, no one else. And then and she's like, did anyone call? And I'm like, yeah, so innocently. I'm like, yeah, JJ Abrams. And she was like, he did. You didn't try me. And I was like, oh, I knew you were at lunch. And she was like, okay, we're going to need to get him back. And then I was like, and it was the first time she was the sweetest person. It was the first time she was like firm with me. And I was like,
Day
right.
2.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, right. And then I was like, do you have the number? And she was like, you didn't get his number? And I was like, no, I have it here somewhere. Oh, yeah. And then I thank God that I was friendly as an intern. I like immediately like chatted the comedy person being like, oh my God. So like, I was like, do you know a way to getting JJ Abrams' number? She, having been an assistant forever, was like, I got you. She immediately chatted. She chatted like an agent's assistant who she was friends with who could get the number. But it was the longest. And it was like, the boss kept being like, are you trying him? And it was like 8 minutes. And I kept being like, yeah, I'm trying him. We're just on hold. Like, fully lying, Greg.
This is actually like upset.
It's like traumatizing.
I'm like ripping my skin off. This is you guys, if you don't even understand.
It's full like Devil Wears Prada where you're like, oh my God, I have to get the Harry Potter book.
Oh my God.
So thank God. And I was fully lying. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get fired.
Yeah.
I was like, we were on hold. Meanwhile, like I'm still waiting for the other assistant to get me the number. And then I called and thank God JJ was out. So I was like, I have this person's name, a leaving word. And so then I just like screamed. The other thing, which I love to say as an assistant when you're like early on before like, so like these words, like you're like, I'm leaving word.
Left word. Oh my God. Wow. This is like.
Yeah. And then when, by the way, the assistant who was supposed to tell me this information, she came back. And then I realized in that moment, oh, she doesn't like me. This is going to be a contentious relationship. Not because she just didn't like the fact that I was like 8 years younger than her.
Yeah. And you could potentially like jump ahead.
Yeah. Then it became a whole territorial thing that we'll get into on another episode.
Sure.
But I was like, oh, I'm not used to like working right next to someone who is like trying to actively sabotage me.
Who's going to try and make me look bad at my job so that they could get promoted, even though at CBS
no one
network at that time, no one got promoted. And now no one exists anymore because Paramount owns it, which, by the way, Paramount, we are in the market.
Anyways, Greg, how do you make Madonna all about yourself?
I have so many Madonna-related stories, but I, of course, am brought more recently in her career, maybe about like 10 years ago, when she was performing Living for Love at the Brits. And so Madonna was her first televised performance in a while, and it was for her like new album. And she had a cape, and she was, at the very beginning of her performance, when she was sort of unceremoniously ripped off the stage and her platform when they went to like go pull her cape off. So that, of course, reminds me of, my dad mom's house was Palm Springs, the city of Palm Springs. And that brings me to when I thought I was on a choreographed drive from Los Angeles to Palm Springs on Thursday this past week.
I am so excited to hear this story because I've only heard tidbits.
I've not told you this story. So we were driving out. My husband and I, we had been planning to go to Palm Springs for weeks. And we decided we were going to go out early on Thursday so that we could do like Cabazon, which is the outlets, like right outside of Palm Springs.
It's called Cabazon?
Cabazon, yeah. And I go, Cabazon, Cabazon. So we're getting out there. We hit the road early. You got to, if you want to get there at a reasonable hour. So we leave at maybe like 12 on a Thursday. Yeah. We're driving for a full hour and a half when suddenly there's a loud pop.
And you're full desert at this point?
we've been on the road for an hour and a half. Somewhere in California, between here and there, there's a pop. Immediately, like, the light goes on that it's like, oh, your tire not only is like out of air, but it's like at zero.
Yeah.
Like it's out. So we have to like pull off the highway, the freeway, wherever the fuck we are in California, which is not all Los Angeles and San Francisco. I'll tell you that.
There's a lot of state that's not Los Angeles.
So we pull off into some godforsaken town. Love them to pieces. And pull to like the nearest tire shop, of which there's usually tons. By the way,
so you didn't have to like pull over for AAA because normally
he has run flat tires. So like when you're they're kind of like a special tire that you can like drive on for about like, you're not supposed to, but you can drive on it for about like 25 miles
and like under 50. Like 25 miles or something.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, there's like a million tire shops. So we pull off to the one that's like the best rated. That's like right off the freeway. Pulls in, they need to examine.
Wait, where are you that there's like options to choose from? There was multiple like tire options.
Oh, that's the other famous thing.
Literally like I picture you in the desert. You're like, well, so we picked from the 10.
That's the other famous thing about California is that like even if there's nothing in the town, there's a million tire shops because like it's car culture here.
Well, thank God for that. But
thank God for that. But not thank God.
That your tire is.
You think you make a plan.
God laughs.
They laughs. The famous thing. But then, of course, and this has happened before, in an even more remote area, my husband has arguably the hardest to find tires on the planet.
Oh,
and
course.
like you can't.
I would believe that has like that is so him to be like, I need to get these very specific tires.
Yeah, exactly. So then of course they're not available there.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, the earliest we can get them is tomorrow at 9 or 10. We have to order them in. So I'm like, I've successfully done this before where I've called around to other tire shops in the area and like gotten one.
Yeah.
So I'm calling every tire store in the area. They're all going, no, it's a special order. We and like the run flats, you couldn't even get run flats in that size. Like you could not get this tire anyway. Yeah. I called all of them. I get to the last one. They're like, it's going to be till tomorrow. Meanwhile, my dog's barking.
Yeah.
Like,
you're talking about your feet.
I'm standing outside. There is one mosquito that has bitten me up my entire. They're like, oh, wait. Oh, is this? Oh, let me go here. They had I just fully beaten, and I'm like, oh God, we're gonna have to stay here tonight, aren't we? So I'm like, fuck. So there's a motel across the street. We get all our shit, so much shit. We just check into the motel. We're like, we're going to have to stay there. It's full Bates Motel. No offense to like the people that own this place. Like they were lovely.
I knew that your tire beforehand. I knew that your tire had popped. I did not realize.
I said this story ends here because we're recording the podcast as we have to do every single week of our lives. So by the way, and by full sun in this town because it is the middle of the day. Yeah. So not only like are we there that night, we've got the entire rest of the day to get through. So like as we're walking to that motel, a coyote is running across the street.
Yeah. I actually though romanticize motels. Like I feel like motels. So was it like kind of cute or no? No. Okay.
This motel, and I was trying to sort of like see the romance in this and like what the fun. No, it was completely terrifying. I got in there, I like almost had a panic attack. And I wasn't like an asshole about it. I was like, this is just like what we have to
make it through the night.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Let's just like look at where we are. Open Google Maps. We're 23 miles from home. We were just past Pasadena.
Yeah. Love that.
Yeah. So our one night in Glendora, it still would have taken an hour away to get. It still would have taken an hour to get home. Yeah. And our friends were like, "Do you want us to come get you?" We were like, "No, it's too far." And looked at the map. When I'm telling you, this is Palm Springs, this is LA. We were here.
Again, if you're not watching on YouTube,
you're getting half the story. Yeah. No, you're not even getting half the story.
You're getting 1/4 to 1/3 of the story.
23 miles from home.
Wow.
That when I found out we were 23 miles from home, and it still would have taken an hour plus and like a $300 Uber ride, it was so radicalizing.
Yeah.
I was like, how am I doing this to myself? Why do I live in Southern California? It was like my every decision I've made in my life up to that point, like,
led to this.
It was really like I had entered the back rooms of my mind.
Yeah, you got pulled by your cape.
Yeah.
Off the stage. And with that, it's time for a break.
It's time for a break. Welcome back. And it's time for Diva Down. Diva Down, of course, is our final segment where we take a person, place, or thing that could use a little unsolicited advice from two gay guys. And they're going to get it from us here today.
And our Diva Down this week is
Madonna's movie. Well, yeah, the Madonna movie.
Yeah.
Which is the working title.
Yeah.
The Madonna movie.
It should be called the Madonna movie.
It should be. Yeah. So Madonna, in a recent interview, you know, she's making the press rounds right now, admitted, sadly, that the movie she was making, where she had like the big public auditions and everything, where Julia Garner was going to play her.
And Diablo Cody wrote the movie. Famously, I love to lie and say that Diablo Cody went to my high school, but she went to my sister's high school.
Okay, well, that
was my claim to fame before I had any. I always like thought I was so cool. I was like Diablo Cody.
Yeah. And of course, Anne Hathaway was my neighbor, and we did the same program. Yeah. She was in it the 1 year that I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Madonna's movie is not going forward at Universal.
And not only is it not going forward there, it's also then she tried to turn it into a TV show at Netflix, and it didn't go forward there as well because she couldn't find the right showrunner.
Yeah. She said, I had a huge life. Yeah. I needed a big budget.
And then she went, did you see this part? She goes, she then found a way to make the movie in Syria.
Oh, okay.
And she said that they could get a big, to like incentivize, like to go to Syria. They were going to give her a big, budget.
They're like, we'll give you 125% of your money back.
And Madonna was basically like, said yes. And then the studio was like, we don't believe that you would actually do that. So no, we're not approving this.
Right.
And then she was like, I'm not going there for vacation. I would make it work for the movie. But I'm also like, where are you filming in Syria that will double as New York? I mean, maybe I don't know Syria that well.
Sure.
So maybe there's a lot of places there's a big studio life that can dub as New York.
There could be. Yeah. Listen, I will be sad that this movie is currently not in its current form. It's not going.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gotta happen.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know, she says she had a huge life. She needed a big budget. I have had a much smaller life.
I thought you were going to say bigger.
Comparatively, I think I need an even bigger budget. So I get it. Yeah. I understand.
Yeah.
I mean,
for the grills alone, she needs a big budget.
Oh my God. To make to replicate that on screen. My gosh, for Julia, Julia's dialect coach in the grills, she's gonna have to learn how to talk. Like that's a lot of work.
It really is. Okay, well, to cut to my advice. Yeah. My advice is, listen, we've already done Julia Garner as a Miss Thing. She is great.
Oh, fabulous.
And you know what? I can't wait to be proven wrong if Julia still ends up being the choice. But I'm sort of like, the way to get this movie greenlit is to get someone there that I think would really excite people so that they would release the budget because this will be. So I'm like, Madonna's already anointed her this year. So I'm sort of like, give it to Sabrina Carpenter.
Whoa. Do you think maybe, because Madonna is so media savvy, do you think she might actually see the writing on the wall there and be training?
I mean, Sabrina started as an actress. Yeah. She has those chops.
Yeah.
She obviously knows how to be a pop star. She really does have Madonna's tongue-in-cheekness, but she's very young.
Yeah.
I think you can also recast someone. You could do a House of the Dragon thing.
Right.
Recast someone. Because I actually would love to see a woman in her 40s or 50s playing Madonna. So it's get Sabrina Carpenter. Ooh, who should be The 40s or 50s.
Yeah. Who should be 40s to 50s Madonna?
You know who I kind of want, which is random, but she can dye her hair blonde?
What?
Amy Adams. Amy Adams,
I would
dye her
love
hair
that.
blonde. She can sing.
You know what? I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to say Leslie Bibb.
I love that.
Really been showing her chops lately.
That's the best episode of the last season of Hacks.
Totally.
Yeah.
Or like Kristen Wiig. Let's go like a comedian. Let's get her, because Madonna was pretty like comedian.
Well, also like the best like dramatic actresses are the people who can also do comedy.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
And then Madonna now. Who would play Madonna now?
Helen Mirren.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer.
Maybe. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Get her some just put the Euphoria butt on her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That all being said, my advice is we need to start a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Because this movie needs to get made.
Yeah.
Whether Julia's in it. Julia could be middle-aged Madonna.
Yeah.
Let's throw some makeup on
Hollywood.
her. Yeah.
It'd be like, Julia, you play the 6-year-old Madonna. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we need a Kickstarter for this because no matter what, we need to put our hard or earned money towards that. Or we need like a benefactor. I mean, Elon Musk was became a trillionaire.
Yeah.
I think he's not going to solve world hunger or anything. So like, I think this is something that he could put his money behind because she's going to need at least $1 trillion for this.
Yeah. I mean, for the girls alone, like I said.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe we can get him to match. So if we, as the public, generate like a $500 billion slush fund for Madonna to make this movie, maybe he'll match it. We'll get it to $1 trillion. Madonna can spend $1 trillion on her movie.
Wow. I love that.
And film in Syria.
And still
so
film
she really
yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Well, this has just been, I could go on and on and on about Madonna.
Yeah.
But listen, you know what? We're doing it at the end of the episode, but if you, same goes, rate and review our podcast on Apple or Spotify, wherever you can.
And also, like, Spotify. Let's do Spotify this week because we kind of emphasized Apple last week. So this time, give us 5 stars.
I don't even think Spotify. You can review on there. So just give us 5 stars.
Yeah.
And comment on our episodes then. But if you do that and take a screen grab and DM us, you'll get a very special treat from us.
Yes. And Cynthia, thank you for always being our special treat every week.
Of course.
As you are the reason that we do this podcast. We do it for you, Cynthia.
Yeah.
And the Gennifer shows.
And we know you do it all for us as well.
Exactly.
And we just appreciate you and we love you so much. And we love you so much.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye. Miss Thing Podcast is created, executive produced, and hosted by Greg Trimmer and Tim Zintek.
It's produced and edited by Benji Simons, with cover art and additional creative support by Claude Zines.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Miss Thing the Pod.
New episodes drop every Tuesday. Watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, but only raves. Strictly 5 stars and above.
Follow Greg at Greg Trimmer and Tim at Tim_Zintek on all social media. BONK!